Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm tiny. Hold on. It's me, hi, Wavewing, the half-human, half-shapeshifting alien robot VTuber. Yeah. And I'm here a lot live again. Is this the first time I've actually made all my dates in a week? No. Fun fact, it's not, because I didn't stream on Thursday. Gotta work on that consistency if I want to grow. Well, hang on, I'm not centered, it's bugging me. There we go. Yeah, alright, so this is a fun stream that I've really been looking forward to. It's something I meant to do a long time ago, but that I've just kept putting off, just, you know, yada yada this, yada yada that. And it's something I really hope works, because it's something I want to do a lot more going forward, and that is public domain movie night watch-alongs. And unfortunately, I did forget that I wanted to like come up with different branding for it, so like a different background and, you know, stuff to, you know, go with the movie viewing experience that I've forgotten to do. Yeah, but yeah, I just hope it's fun. Hang on, I need to like start doing like 5 minutes of like calming myself down before stream, because now I've got like all these like swirling thoughts and such inside of me. Yeah, so I guess I'll explain a little bit about how I think this is gonna work, and we'll get right into it. You know, I want to watch the movie too, after all. Alright, so thing number one, this doesn't really matter right now since I only have 2 followers and generally average out at 0 viewers. I will be having alerts off, so, you know, follower tipping, subbing, and which people can't even do yet, etc. So that's not going to pop up on screen, just because I don't want to mess with the movie experience too much. The chat will still be visible, and these like tags on the you guys can't see, I'm trying to point with my head. The things on the left side of the screen, those will stay there for now anyway. But yeah, aside from that, it's going to be very focused on just the movie and my avatar. Because we are watching a movie, I'm going to be generally a lot less talkative than I think you'd normally expect a streamer to be, but that's because I want to let the movie breathe. That's not to say I'll be completely silent, because if I were, there would be no point in this, right? But yeah, you know, I'll be putting in some comments, maybe some gags, maybe I'm a film nerd, so maybe even some comments on like the quality of the movie here and there. But yeah, it'll be chill. It'll be chill. We're here to watch the movie, not just to riff, basically. Like, for example, I'm not going to be talking as much as you would in Mystery Science Theater 3000, for example, which is kind of what I'm inspired by, but it's a little less than that. Speaking of Mystery Science Theater 3000, in general, I'm not going to be entirely, like, taking the piss out of the movie, if that makes sense. Like, I'm here to respect the movies as much as I am to make fun of them. Yeah. You know, because I like old movies, and I have a secret hope that if I get big enough, I could one day, what's the word? You know, inspire people to be more interested in older films, because that is another theme with my movie watch-alongs. These are entirely public domain, no copyright infringement whatsoever, in the United States anyway, and yeah, you know, just showing people all these cool free movies that exist. That's my goal. And, you know, if they are bad, livening them up, and if they're good, appreciating them. That's my goal. You know, pretty lofty, I suppose, for a 0 viewer streamer, but hey. Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea. And so, movies are a fairly young medium in terms of the history of the world. You know, what is it? Train Entering the Station came out in, what, 1898? You know, that being the first ever motion picture. And then the first, like, movie was Birth of a Nation in 1915. So, you know, that wasn't really that long ago. So, most public domain movies are fairly obscure because they're all very old. So you may be tempted to think, oh, there aren't that many. You know, actually there are a ton. They're just all old as shit. So, Night of the Living Dead is interesting. It's easily the highest profile public domain film, because it actually came out relatively recently in 1968, and is in the public domain entirely because of George A. Romero's inability to, like, keep books. It was his mistake. It should be, he should have full ownership of it, but he doesn't because he didn't do his paperwork. And so because of that, this movie that has gone on to inspire, you know, many sequels and is part of like a very well-known overall franchise, is in the public domain. You can just watch it for free. As far as I know, I can stream it legally. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. And it's not as if Twitch is going to DMCA me with 0 viewers anyway, right? So, yeah. So, you know, Night of the Living Dead is a very obvious one. But, hey, you got to start with the obvious one first. We'll be doing a lot of other weird movies, but, yeah. Oh, and, just as a fair warning, it's not impossible that at some point I might redo movies I've already done. So, like, for example, if I'm still streaming in a year, I find it likely that I might do, like, a Night of the Living Dead anniversary thing. You know, just because hopefully I'd have a little, you know, a little more viewers than just 0, right? And so that way I can give people who missed, you know, these streams the chance to re-experience them. Or, you know, I could just rerun them on Twitch too, but... Anyway, you know, without further ado, let's, get right into it. Maybe, hang on, maybe I should text my artist that I'm streaming. Hey, I don't know if you care, but, but I'm streaming. Just to let you know. Yes. Hang on, matinee. Okay, so yeah, let me shrink myself a little. Gotta make myself fairly small. Something like this, maybe. And let's go right over.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, you know that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Test. Back on. Oh. Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problem.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep on the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
Guys, I was so invested in making sure the movie worked and the movie audio worked, I forgot to connect my microphone to the new scene. Well, I'm glad Vera Prime Studio joined, otherwise I wouldn't have known. You can hear me now, right? Might be a little loud, but you should be able to hear me. Okay, well, the movie worked. The movie worked, and to me, that's what matters the most. I mean, you know, people are going to watch the VOD and be like, what the hell is happening? But whatever. Okay. Yeah, we're watching Night of the Living Dead. It's going great so far. Normally, I wouldn't pause the movie, but what can you do? My mic was muted. All right, let me rewind it just a little. And there we go. Yeah, they're visiting their dad's grave, but they don't want to. They're all
I wonder what
snippy
happened
and
to the one from
passive-aggressive.
last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You
He
can
sells
clean
them
this
back to you
up,
every year.
Sell it next year. Wonder how
Oh my
many times
God.
we bought the same one.
Genius, big brain, same exact thought. Dude's got pens in his pocket. That's so dapper.
Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
What color do you think his tie is? That was a pretty sloppy cut, Romero, gotta say. I love the way he puts on the gloves as if he's like, I'm gonna beat the hell out of this dude.
Hey, I mean, praying's for church, huh? Come on.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, there's not much
Damn.
sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there.
Boy, you'll be
You should
damned to
really be
hell.
scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
Somebody's a bit of a scaredy cat, aren't
They're
they?
coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're
Yes, he said the
ignorant.
thing.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Fuck. Ignorant.
Stop it. You're
Not
acting
just
like a
stupid.
child.
Ignorant.
They're coming for you. Look,
Oh my
there
god,
comes
shot
one
with
of
the
them
guy.
now.
Brilliant.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny. Oh, no! No! Johnny! Help me!
He just took it too personally. Oh, that must have hurt. You notice how the zombie didn't bite him to get him? How much do you think George A. Romero paid for this this music? Budget of $68,000. A lot of that must have gone to the orchestra. Assuming it's not just library music. At least he's a... No, he got the brick. I was about to say, at least he's not doing that. So, that's interesting that you pulled the brake like that, right? I think modern cars can't even do that, can they? I'm trying to think of how I could do that with my automatic car. Oh, great job, idiot. See, it was, I mean, something woman can't drive, am I right? I'm kidding, obviously. It's the farthest I've run in years. My goodness, a tree. How will this help me? Oh, the house. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, that's unrelated to the shot we saw previously. Got it. Oh, you're just gonna let yourself in? You could have knocked first. when he finally catches her, she finds out that he just wants to tell her a couple words about our Lord and Savior, Lightning McQueen. Look at the lighting. Oh my god. People gotta watch more. Filmmakers gotta watch more black and white films. Of course, it's the sort of lighting that only works in a black and white film, but... Lol, yeah, but it's still really cool. I guess maybe there should just be more black and white films, is what I mean to say. So, she just broke into someone's house, took a knife. What are the owners gonna think? I mean, I've seen this movie before, so that doesn't matter, but thinking about it, not knowing what happens next. Hey man, rural Pennsylvania? She could get shot. Rednecks are way worse than zombies. Bro, look at that antelope they got mounted there. Oh, rednecks. Out there killing antelopes. He's got a skinned bear too. Rednecks are worse than zombies. Oh my god. She's like, rednecks really are worse than zombies. I just want to tell you about our Lord and Savior, Lightning McQueen. But do you have a minute? Just a minute. I want to tell you about what the hell is this thing? Get that out of there. Hey, fuck this thing. Hey, where are you? I don't even know how to work that thing. Who here knows how to work a real phone? Will you dial it a bunch or what? I don't even know. Excuse me, Miss, are you in there? Miss. Lightning McQueen. Hi. Hey, who wants to talk about Lightning McQueen? Oh, are you guys disciples of the McQueen too? Oh my god. Dude, there's an unbeliever in there. Guys, you gotta help me. Whoa. That's what happens to the non-believers. I mean, did she think she was gonna escape by running?
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out of here if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
Poor woman. But I mean, honestly, she'd be a lot of us in this situation.
I suppose you've tried this. Do you live here?
She's broken. Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
Goes back down. Did you do this? That was you, wasn't it?
We've got to get out of here. We have to get to where there's some other people. Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
What am I hearing? Oh, it's the blood dripping. Yeah, yeah. That's how you get AIDS. Then you really join the Queen horde.
What's happening?
How do you think it's happening?
What's happening?
Oh, no, that's just excessive. Hey, man, just because you want to kill him doesn't mean you gotta be a dick and break their lamps. It's expensive, you know, the price of car insurance? Wait, the opposite.
There are 2 of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those 2.
I don't
I know you're afraid, but we have
I
to...
don't know! I don't know! What's happening? Oh.
Wow. Dude's a real action hero. I'm trying to think if he was in anything else. I feel like I only know him from Night of the Living Dead, though, oddly enough. Oh man, should have locked the door. Rule number 1, always lock the door. Rule number 2, what was the point of going out in the first place? The hands on her face and everything. Old movie. Not that old though, I think he did that as an homage to older movies. Be fine. It's all non-lethal, of course. Oh, no. You know, black and white really makes that look worse than it would have otherwise. In color, it would have looked like a really cheap effect.
I know we're in here now.
Ugh.
Don't look at it.
What if I want to, huh? You can't order me around. I don't know, I feel like that was a bit of an unnecessary risk. I feel like there are a lot of... Oh... Wait, Question, how well is the corpse really gonna burn, though?
Get some more lights on in this house.
Who's gonna pay the electric bill? Shut up. Oh, box of nails. All right, question for the audience. Who keeps boxes of nails?
Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some boards, something there by the fireplace, something we can nail this place up.
It is a farmhouse. Never mind. Right.
God damn.
Does she really? My grandmother says Veriprime Studio.
I know you're afraid.
It's not
I'm
useless.
afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together.
I'm
gonna
afraid
board up
that
the
if you
windows
keep
and the
acting like
doors.
this, you're gonna
You
get
understand?
killed. Yeah.
We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
Will the world ever know who that man on the mantle is? Never. A story for another time. Wouldn't it be a cool detail if he were one of the zombies outside? Oh, that'd be cool. What was that weird? What was that glitch that appeared there? Apologies, probably my download. She just does that for the next 3 hours. Hey, did you board out of the window? She's just there. God damn it. Yeah, for theatrical distribution, they cut the scene where she does a ton of edibles right before this. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke. Hey, she's trying, you know?
It's not that strong. Here, I want you to pick out some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find. There, this room looks pretty secure.
They forgot to put in a sound effect when he threw the hammer.
Up the doors.
Wow.
Won't be long for those things to be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now.
The hammer's just falling forever now.
They're afraid of fire. I found that out.
Oh yeah,
You know,
unless the
place
hammer
back
fell
out
on a
where
pillow.
we
True,
go,
true.
Beekman's diner.
They forgot to put in the sound effect, though, I'm quite sure.
Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I jumped in to listen to it.
Do you think
The
this
big
would look good on
gasoline
me?
truck came screaming
What are
right
you talking
across the
about?
road. But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it, grabbing and holding on. Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. And those things were catching up to it. The truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it's like a moving bonfire.
It was worse than
Didn't
Woodstock.
know if the truck was going to explode or what. Could still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left except...
I'm sorry, were you
Not
talking
more
to me?
Screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me.
Somehow, it's still even worse to be
Started
alone with you.
drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move, they didn't run or just stood there staring at me. Just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery, Johnny and me. Johnny. We came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And oh, it's hot in here. Hot.
Hey, listen, you're taking this in places I don't really want you to. I mean, we kind of have to keep defending the house.
And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny."
This all happened
And
30
then
years ago.
This man started walking up the road. He came
You can tell he doesn't
slowly,
give a shit.
And Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up,
Why don't you just
and
shut
I
up?
said, "Good evening." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me!" And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. Johnny. Maybe we better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny.
Great train of thought.
He's out there. Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please! We have got to go get Johnny! Please help me! Please!
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother
This
is
isn't
alone!
a Sunday school.
Your brother is dead.
It's a good line.
No! My brother is not dead! Oh. Oh.
Damn. Oof. She just faints. Oh my god. It's minus 1 point for feminists, plus 1 point for absolute chads. It's very much of an old movie, right? She's just like completely clocked. That's yep.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments.
Imagine
At
listening
this
to the
hour,
radio.
we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins.
You know, if you
Murders are
remade
taking
Night of
place
the
in
Living Dead
villages,
now,
cities, rural homes, and
it'd be almost
suburbs
impossible,
with
right?
no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some
the
descriptions
internet and
of the
everything.
assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being...
Listen, we'll never leave. We want to talk about Lightning McQueen.
So, at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can be described as
Literally deluged?
of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia,
And I thought they didn't misuse the word literally before the internet.
Several eastern and midwestern states have indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice our reporters have been able to get from official sources is for private citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you are.
Just think, this is such an old movie and such a low-budget movie. That actor actually had to set that sofa on fire for the scene. Man, that's so cool. I want to set a sofa on fire for my next movie. But look at that. That thing's just burning right there in the front yard. That's so cool. It's a stream idea. Movie idea.
The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and joint chiefs behind closed doors. The White House spokesman, in announcing this conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom.
What do you think
Latest
President
word
Donald
also from
Trump's
National Press
reaction
Services in
would be to
Washington, D.C. now
Night
tells
of the
us
Living
that
Dead,
the
huh?
emergency presidential
To the
conference
situation
being
happening in
conducted
real life, I
will
mean.
include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest bulletin. Repeating, President Trump, members of his cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and scientists from and their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain or, even at this hour, even to theorize about the
Not just murder.
this wave of murder.
Wholesale murder. Giving you that murder half off.
Was quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people for God's sake to get off the streets. Tell them to go home and lock their doors and windows up tight. We don't
Wait a
know
minute, he's
what
smoking.
kind
Does that mean I have to flag this on Twitch?
we have here
Ah, crap, I think I do. I forgot about that.
of Camden, North Carolina. Are the only descriptions of
Content
the
labels.
anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses of some of the slain.
Alright, does this count as excessive tobacco use?
Describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters
He smoked one cigar.
like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like
I'll let it slide for now.
Some eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims who look as though they had been torn apart. This whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago with the report of the slaying of a family of 7 in their rural home near Gulfport, Louisiana. Since then, reports of such senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror which has hopscotched in an erratic, disconnected manner throughout much of the eastern and midwestern United States. Efforts to keep track of the murder reports by the placing of markers on a map seem to indicate a general spreading from the extreme southeastern United States to the north and west.
It's interesting to see a movie that takes its time so much like this, right?
Officials in other cities have determined that none of this kind of mass murder has
You know the amount of, like,
the Mississippi River.
pithy, unnecessary lines they would have said in a modern movie in this exact situation?
Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
You just behave yourself, alright?
Oh, and
When it first
these.
became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began filtering in, newsmen and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This
that
place is boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here for a while.
dramatically,
Why is he putting shoes on
Some
her?
gun and
more than the
bullets,
What?
lawlessness,
food and the radio.
began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone
Things as
bound to come and get us out.
creatures from outer space. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies in urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Be cautious of any suspicious strangers. And keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this continuing story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
Goes on in the absence of any law.
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killers. We repeat,
But she's a zombie.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later.
I think,
But you'll be
I think
alright
that's
for
not
now,
actually
okay?
true. I don't remember from last time I watched the movie. but
Okay.
It's just a, yeah, anyway.
Dateline on this report is Cumberland, Maryland. Civil defense
What if-
officials in
what if when I
Cumberland
did these
have told
watch-throughs, I
newsmen
went
that
out of my
murder
way to, like,
victims
spoil the
show
movies as
evidence
much as
of having
possible?
been partially
Just like casually
devoured
spoil the
by their
scenes all the
murderers.
time. Oh, that's right. There's a dead body here. Yeah, why didn't you throw this one? Take this one outside and set it on fire, huh? That you were trying to cover the face, but I saw that you didn't put the makeup effects on the person for this shot. I see you, fellow low-budget filmmaker here. I see you.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the
I'm just
effect
being
that
an
people
asshole.
who
This
acted
movie's
as though
great.
They were in a kind of trance, were killing and eating their victims, prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story
Nasty.
becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you. Reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Don't shoot! We're from town. A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the
whole
cellar,
time.
safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know.
Unless you're
somebody needed help.
maidenless.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more,
The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
Oh,
Classic
right.
coward
Now
move.
you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
all right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane.
Once they grow wings.
The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they
Look,
can't get in
Believing in
here.
Lightning
And
McQueen
I'm
can make
telling
you.
you, those things turned over
anything.
our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you, those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me?
I'm sorry,
when I
you
told
what, 3 of
they
them?
Turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect.
Only one way out, though.
Locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, the back exit, we'd be done for.
Oh my
can
gosh, I
get
thought
out
he was
of
gonna
here if
slap
we
him.
have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did
Windows.
come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is
Mr.
a
Cooper,
death
there are no
trap.
windows.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. I figure maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you
Mr.
make
Cooper,
yours.
Mr. Cooper.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
While. Don't old people talk so funny?
You box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
It's more than there were.
8 or 10? 10, maybe 11, 12, maybe 13, 14, going on 16. Oh my god. Wow, great job boarding the windows. They're gonna think you're awfully foolish now, aren't they? Those are really convincing looking prop hands there, huh? See, that was a good effect. That was good right there.
Harry?
It's that guy looking like a male model though. He's like, you can't penetrate me with those bullets. You need something a little stronger. You think that's enough to defeat me? You can't stop me, baby. Oh, okay, maybe you could. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Oh my God, that one's pretty naked. It's a public domain film. Twitch doesn't have to know. Twitch doesn't have to know. What happens on this stream stays in this stream. See, this is why I have to rewatch movies before I stream them. I completely forgot about the butt-naked woman in Night of the Living Dead, and also this woman
Fix these boards.
eating the bugs.
You're crazy. Those things are
I'll
going
give
to
it
be
a-
at every window and door
I'll
in this
give it a
place.
disclaimer just in
We've got
case.
to get down into the
There'll
cellar.
be-
Go down in that damn cellar. Get out of here!
Maybe
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands up here. And everything else that's up here, too.
Who
Because if
gives
I
you the
stay up
choice?
here, I'm fighting for everything up here, and the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've
You're
got to
insane.
have food down
That's
there.
insane.
We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
Alright,
You
we
going
can
down
put
there
on,
with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid that old man is so stupid.
This dude's the best.
Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastards.
He said the B word.
You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute.
Stop being so wishy-washy, Mr. Cooper guy. Who's this?
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh?
It's all right, honey. Go ahead. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
I feel like both this new girl and the Mr. Cooper guy are were a lot less into the movie than the lead was. Like, look at her. She just looks more annoyed to be here.
He's wrong.
She's like,
I'm not boxing
Like, give it-
myself in down there.
only giving me $10,000 in a Mickey D's for this. He smoked again. I don't know. Should I put a disclaimer on this?
Well, we're
The question is
safe
which.
now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them.
Oh, they remember the sound of that one.
There are two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard the screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Of course not, honey.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
That's the third ignited cigarette.
Let them stay upstairs.
No. Now the question is which content label do I put on?
Those monsters can get in up there.
I guess it depends on
We'll see who's right.
depends on if we see another naked woman
Maybe
again.
let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
We don't have time for this woman. He deserves the
Does
sass,
anyone
but
up
come
here
on.
know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere and...
should we be seeing this,
people are
guys?
supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication.
He used
If the
Helen.
authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us so they tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
All right, you know best. This one's gonna be the real winner.
Enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper! Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom? If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away.
What is this person exchange ass thing?
Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here.
Look, honey, $100 and a McFish is... No, they're not called McFish in English.
Okay, open up.
Joke ruined. $100 in a burger is $100 in a burger.
I'll take good care of her, Helen.
She's all I have.
Why don't you go upstairs now?
Yep, totally mind broken.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
Her brother was killed? Why would she become an idiot, though? That's the 4th cigarette. Man, I'm gonna get in trouble with Twitch. Alright, I'm doing it. I didn't want to have to. Excessive tobacco use? What?
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper,
Me?
Harry's wife.
No like. Fire.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here. Give me one of those.
Twitch community guidelines.
Her brother was
Okay,
killed.
that's the 5th cigarette. I think maybe... Whoops. Disclaimer, smoking is bad for your health. It's an old movie.
I can't see a damn thing. There could be 50 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Man, just let it go.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Yeah, man.
Here I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here.
You better watch this and try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on.
There's no sound.
It's on. The fight, yeah, but the fight between these two is on, yeah.
Incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this? Shut up!
In all parts of the country.
If you're all imagining it, are any of you imagining it? If you're all imagining it, isn't that real?
Feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. The medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
Wait, so you're watching me watch a movie in which we're watching a TV show? That's a lot of layers.
Inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed, and we're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil
You can
defense
tell this is just
machinery
someone's
has
house.
been organized to provide
I love it.
rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Called this afternoon by the president.
Nah, you guys
Convening
break
this
in.
conference of the presidential
Faux
cabinet,
show.
the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency? Well, so far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it.
Radiation?
Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering?
Wholesale? Okay.
Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump?
Look!
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
What's this dude supposed to be?
There's a connection between this and the phenomenon.
There's a definite connection. A definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Well, just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
Ugh, politician answer.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint
What is the meaning of
radiation
certain?
is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen. I must disagree with these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
Certain from a certain point of view.
That can be done. We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
And Professor, you feel that there is a
I'm still
definite
getting hit by
connection
cars.
between
Definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Dang, I should go to Washington, D.C. for
It does
this.
seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a
Commitment, man.
Later?
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Well, perhaps there will be a report, a more full report. Will you close the window?
We are doing everything possible to solve the problem.
We're hoping to get some further explanation of this.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get care in there, we could get help for her.
Romero is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming, and Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with them.
A sick child and 2 women.
Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find
There's
some
the
solution to
extreme sexism content warning, am I right?
Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the basic problem of patients?
Look, you go down there and tell Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
How badly has she been hurt? Well, she chipped a
We
nail.
had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She hasn't said anything.
I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
I hurt.
Thank you, Judy.
I hurt,
The
therefore I
body
am.
should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned.
Mr. Man here like, but
They
what
must
about the
be burned
funerals?
immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give.
The dubious comforts. This guy here is way too happy to announce that everyone must be cremated from now on.
Bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before
Well,
we
why
go,
don't- why don't we
this is
tie you
supplies
to a
behind the
tree and
cellar
use it as
door. While
bait?
we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
No sweat. No slack, Jack.
You're it then. You and I'll go.
No slack? I think I just made that saying up.
We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly.
This man's gonna board it up
After
for
we
me.
get the gas and get back into the house,
You can
then
tell.
we'll worry about getting everybody
Big
into the truck. Now let's move it.
This man hates being told what to do, you can tell. He's used to having a voice of a very noted voice on the PTA. Yeah, he is. So, darling,
You always have
let's
a
talk
smile
about
for me.
us.
How can you smile like that all the time? How many do you have done?
Why do they all just know how to make Molotov
Come on, honey,
cocktails?
we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
It'll be all right.
It's gonna be dead is what they're
As soon
gonna
as we
be.
get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know.
I know.
Tom. Are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
All he's got to do, the
don't know.
TV says.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
But why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
For how long, honey? We're safe now. But there's gonna be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Yeah, dude. Kiss your biceps so manly.
Listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing.
Remember, you're such an idiot.
It's not like
every time
just
something
a
bad
wind
happens,
passing through.
you just do this every time.
We've got to do something, and fast.
Take me right here, Johnny. What? What?
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me? Boy, you sure no use at all, are you? We've got work to do, honey. And you...
I like that they framed the scene in such a way that implies to me that they didn't actually kiss. I'm gonna kiss that guy's. Low-key kind of gross.
We better get her downstairs.
Ew, romance?
We
Yeah, I
have
know,
to go
right?
downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Poor woman. That dude, he's gonna lock them all in the basement. Actually, I've seen this movie before, but I forget if that's what he does, but it feels like that's what's gonna happen.
Good
This
luck.
Dude.
Yeah.
Mr. Cooper. And the worst part is we all know Mr. Coopers in our life, you know? Mr. Coopers. A meaningful glance is shared across the room. How do you make Molotov cocktails? I want to know now. I'd say I'd look it up, but I think that would be yet another violation of Twitch's community guidelines. since I've already got like 3 this stream, might as well not push it.
Upstairs! Yeah. Okay, toss him!
Oh. Easy, you just fill it with gas. Oh. Got it. And just think, they had to actually make those, I imagine. Again, look, that guy's actually on fire and everything. He could be severely injured from the filming of this movie.
Go ahead, go on.
That took a turn. TOS.
I'm going with him.
Get back in the cellar.
I'm going.
Ah. Baka. That's not gonna work.
Well, as you coming, come on! Get in!
Oh, that's a lot of them. I'd love to be an extra with who gets their clothes set on fire and how fun that would be. Run them over. Ah, that's fine too. You know, if you run them over, you might get their crushed skull stuck in the tires or something. Yeah, it's not worth it. Oh, sudden daytime is sudden. Well, come to think of it, I don't know if they really filmed any of this. No, they must have. They must have filmed this mostly at night.
Come on! This key won't work. Watch it.
Why didn't they just plan to do that in the first place? Bro, the waste! The waste! Oh, man, look what you've done. You frickin' bozo.
You gotta get away from the pump.
You turn on the pump after you put it in. Even I know that, and I'm an idiot. Nah. Nah, man, why'd you ignite the car? They're gonna explode. 3, 2, 1. No? Oh, okay. Never mind. We're fine.
Let's get out of here. Come on, come on.
My jacket's caught.
That was just like the flood. That was just... Oh. There it is. Yup. It's just like the flood. See, what they should have done is they should have just given them all torches, and then they could have all walked out together. Risky, sure, but surprisingly effective, based on this anyway. Okay, well, to be fair, who would have thought that Mr. Man would make this idiotic mistake of spilling the gas all over the place? Unlock the door, Mr. Cooper. Nah. Nah, Mr. Cooper, nah. Don't be a coward. Look what you made him do. Oh, jeez. That guy's gonna murder Mr. Cooper. Oh, okay. Alright. Moment of weakness. You know what? It's fine. Mr. Cooper's doing his part now. Oh, well, yeah, that's well-deserved. Minus 1 point for, Bitter Dads. Plus 2 points for Absolute Chad. Okay, you made your point.
Drag you out there and feed you those things.
I mean, yeah. It's not wrong, not wrong. Oh, I love this part. This is one of my favorite examples of like really old school effects. I like it because it ends up being, you'll see, you'll see. Look at that, they're wrestling with his intestines, dude. And the thing is, you know why it works? They're real intestines. Like, look at that, he's like they're all chomping on these like real organs. It's so gross, but it works so well. Look at that. Just eating, what were their names? I don't even remember. Ugh. Ugh. It's so gross, but it's so great. That's the intestines is the image that really sticks with me. Like, ugh. What is this? This is Night of the Living Dead, 1968 horror movie, public domain.
There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
Just a public domain movie watch along. We do that every now and then here.
Only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
This poor woman.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know.
Why do they all come from so far?
We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You say those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its
Well,
wheels and
that's
drive
just
it? Where
great.
is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Her hair is off the charts.
What's
Which
wrong?
ones?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry?
Hers, for
Is she
sure.
conscious?
Yeah.
Barely.
She's got that good old school
Can't
hair.
walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
That's true though. No, not Mr. Man's intestines again.
Good Lord.
Good Lord,
Being
says.
monitored
But
closely
deep down,
by
he always
scientists
wanted to
at
do
all
the same thing.
radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue
I was
to be
going to have a snack, but I won't. Yeah, not the best time. You might want to wait until after we're sure that we're not going to see any more gore-eating scenes.
unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls, this one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed
Average
that
day
a
in
ghoul
rural
can
Pennsylvania.
be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
What do you think from the supply wagon, Gus?
Yeah, just think, they invented the zombie genre with that line right there.
Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again. All right, I got you.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good.
You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think
I can't wait to get a snack, but everything I watch is
Well,
gory.
we killed 19 of
Yeah,
them today right in this area. Those
that's
last three we caught
the
trying to
eternal
claw their way
debacle,
into
right?
the
I'd probably be
abandoned shed. They must have
eating a
thought
little
somebody
something
was in
myself
there.
too,
There
but it's
wasn't,
just
though. We heard them making all kind of
no,
noise.
not the
We
right
came
movie for
over
that.
and beat them off, blasted them down.
Chief, as soon as you're finished, can I see you here?
Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had
You?
a gun, shoot
Nah.
'em in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say
Yeah,
you
no
ought to
shit,
be able to wrap
dude.
this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief
I like this
McClellan.
reporter's silly
This is
questions.
Bill Cardell,
Finish it in 24 hours? What is it? All of the zombie crisis in the whole world?
Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off.
They started the burn it thing? Yeah.
As long as the heavy
Yeah, they also started that here too. It's true. I mean, pretty much all zombie stuff goes back to here, except biting to infect people.
I don't know.
In this movie, when you just turn into a zombie when you die, period, because of the radiation and such.
Helen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
Look, 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window.
The real horror isn't the zombies, it's the old married couple problems. Ah. Yep. I can think. Come on, get a knife and hack their fingers off again. That was funny. I love how they make Mr. Cooper so hateable. Like, he's just such an unrepentant coward. Man. It's not a boulder, it's a rock. Yeah. True.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get the cellar.
Mr. Cooper. Man. You gotta be such a dick. Ooh. Yeah, he probably deserved it. SpongeBob reference. I'm really behind on SpongeBob. I'm sorry. I was raised under a rock. I didn't watch it a ton as a kid. Nah, the kid. Oh yeah, he shot him dead. He's gonna be a zombie. Why were you there anyway? Why didn't you move? Oh, let's go. She finally sprang into action. That's character growth. Oh. Yeah, that's a good twist. That's a very good twist. I give them credit where it's due. That's pretty cool. Not a zombie with a shovel. Ooh. Yeah, she's not coming back from that. Stabbed her so hard it made her voice reverberate. When you just discovered a nice basic iMovie effect and you want to try it out. Can I eat? Yeah, no, not yet. Not until the movie's over. Gotta hold out. No! Not Johnny! We start just as we ended. Ah, that's sad. Oh, and the OG guy too. Yeah, it was funny in the opening of the movie. I made fun of the fact that he put on gloves, but honestly, pretty brilliant because it means you recognize him right away when he comes back. Minus 1 point for the little kid. Plus yet another point for absolute Giga Chad. He'll manhandle you no matter your age, gender. Blast. I think only God can save him now. Oh no, the man's in there. Nope. But they could both become zombies now. Yeah, yep. I mean, I think he feels no remorse shooting Mr. Cooper. Fireblade. Be useful to have one, for sure. No, at this point he's like, oh, you were a zombie. Ooh. Well then. Yeah, I mean, what do you even... What? Poison spray? I mean, just anything would be useful at this rate. Like, any sort of like, really damaging weapon to fight back nicely. Because, like, what do you even do in this situation? I mean, he's got his gun, but that's only going to work for so long, right? Before he runs out of bullets. The zombies are just going to keep beating down. Lightsaber... Yeah, honestly. Oh, a lightsaber, now that would make for a fun movie. I mean, the Fireblade, the Poison Spray, and the lightsaber at once. Just goes all Doom Guy on them. It'd be a different movie, though. It was all a dream? Nah. Oh well. Oh, the helicopter's got the lightsabers. Helicopter's gonna drop them off. Oh, look at that cute little old-ass helicopter. I love it. I wonder how much that thing weighs. What about the guy? All right, the police are here. But did he live?
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. Right, you still here, Bill?
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers. You're doing all the work. You take it.
We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4
Where'd you
more
get the
hours.
coffee?
We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go
Doom
over there
Eternal,
and
the
ask
movie,
Guard.
in cinemas December 13th.
Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with
That'd
me?
be awesome.
Tell Doma checking you off.
You know, there was a Doom movie.
All right, Steve. Tell him
It's
we're gonna
very
stay with
obscure.
it
I hear it
and,
was very bad.
Everything appears to be under control.
I think I wish I could watch bad movies like that, like recent-ish bad movies like that on stream, but even though no one actually liked the Doom movie, you know, I could still get copyright struck for it. He lived. Or did he? OMG, the cinema guy is here. Yeah. Oh, what can I say? I love movies.
They need you down there by the barn. Some of these guys can follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Cal.
Somebody had a cookout here, Vince. They just exploded car. Run them over. Yeah. That's the only thing missing from this movie is a good, like, running over scene. I guess it's hard to run over real people, though. You know, they tend to complain. It was before CGI, you know. Love the way he clutched his face.
Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire?
Nick, Donnie, Steve, that other guy, you know, the one with the funny teeth. Come on, let's go.
You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire.
Nothing down here.
All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house, man.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
Blood spats on the windshield, lovely. It's great imagery.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
No. Oh, man. That's a bummer.
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Well, I guess that's pretty much the only way it could have ended, huh? Damn. What a downer. Well, I mean, at least, maybe on the positive side, at least it seems like humanity's bouncing back from the zombie infection. Oh, that is the end. Man. Oh, that's a good movie. Yeah, it's funny, that movie is, this movie is so good, as in, like, especially well made, that it was actually a little difficult for me to come up with commentary sometimes, because it's so, like, with a lot of older movies like this, you know, there are a lot of easy things, they're like cheap shots you can make, right? With this, no, not so much. Not so much. It's pretty good. Bummer of an ending, though. All these people were the zombie extras. Now we gotta find out which one was the one who appeared naked. Could have been Paula Richards. That's a man. It was definitely one, Joanne Michaels, maybe. I'm betting it was. Just buy a lightsaber. Solves all problems, honestly. Honestly. Never worry about anything again. Man's got a gun, you block it with your lightsaber. Wife leaves you, it's okay. You can't be sad when you own a lightsaber.
Hey, Randy, light these torches over here.
Yeah, they're all very dead. I need to I've never had this many chat messages before. I need to tell Stream Elements to not play these automated messages so often. Huh. Slicing toast. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's the end of the movie. Hey, we made it. That was fun. That was a hoot and a half. Let me go over here and grow myself a bit for this last little bit of stream. That was fun. You know, I think that went pretty well. I mean, I'll have to watch the VOD, but I don't know. I had a good time. That was the first public domain movie watch along I've done so far. Yeah, that was fun. I want to make that a regular feature. Yeah, Night of the Living Dead. There's a reason that's a classic. You know, it is dated in a lot of respects. Someone dumped you lightsaber. Oh, wait, no, you say that. Slicing toast, actually, in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which, you know, is most well-known as a book, actually, they do use a lightsaber to slice toast because the heat of the lightsaber... No, they use it to slice bread, and it turns it into toast with the heat of the lightsaber. Oh, the movie's not so good. The book, that is a really, really good book, though. Yeah. Oh man, now I'm thinking about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Another movie that would be great to watch for this sort of thing, but unfortunately can't. Maybe someday if I get big enough, I'll get to ask big companies for permission to screen their movies. That'd be great. Or, you know, maybe I could just screen it and just hope Twitch doesn't notice, especially since I'm small. We'll see. I think next week at this exact same time, we're going to watch... I haven't decided fully yet, but I think we're going to watch The Lost World, which is a really, really old movie. I'm talking, like, before your grandparents old. But I like it a lot. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do next week at this time. And, of course, I haven't decided what games they're going to be, but we will be playing various games, mostly games. I might do something else as well, but mostly games throughout the week. So yeah, how many viewers do I have? 2 viewers. Let's go. King48, I see you. Thank you for being here. It's not often I get a consistent viewer. Buy the new lightsaber for 99.99 side effects. Include might kill you. I don't know. Is it even worth it then? You could say it's a double-edged sword. You get a double-sided lightsaber. Every time you turn it on, it stabs you. Side effect might kill you. No, you get a lightsaber, but every time you turn it on, it becomes heavy. Where am I going with this train of thought? Okay, I have to be honest. I thought I had something really funny going there, and then I completely lost it. Side effects might include wrist pain, dementia, blood clotting, lightheadedness, etc., etc. Yeah, this has been fun. I don't know, should I? Ah, my toes! You spin it around. You're trying to do like this like kick-ass move to like show off your enemy. Your enemy looks down like, ugh. You look down like, I sliced my toes off, didn't I? Your enemy's like, yeah, you definitely sliced your toes off. It's a lot of training goes into it for sure. A lot of training. But yeah, that was fun. I think I'm gonna call the stream here. So yeah, I want to get into the habit of doing just chatting time after finishing the movie or game. You can be Voldemort. Now Voldemort's missing his nose, unless he's also missing his toes, which wouldn't surprise me. I mean, that Voldemort, he really is a damn ugly bastard. Yeah. You may be wondering How I lost my nose. I sliced it off. Hey, King of 48, thank you for the follow. Dude, that's really appreciated. I'm sitting at 3 followers now. So hey, you know what? You're a real G. If I get big, which I won't, I'll remember you. I'll remember today. Oh man, thank you. That means a lot. My only followers so far were my you saw. Hey, let's go. Bro, I love the Owl House. That's easily one of my favorite shows. Yeah, let's go. Tons of Owl House fans in the house. Oh, Veriprime Studio, you're here? I thought you would have left by now, actually. Yeah, my only followers before you just followed me, King of 48, were Veriprime Studio, who's my artist, and like a bot. This art scammer in my last stream just came in and just followed me for some reason. Nah, man, I stuck the whole way. Did you like the movie? I think it's Veriprime Studio. It's not the sort of movie I think you'd normally like, but appreciate you sticking it out. It was funny. Yeah, there's a decent amount of unintentional comedy in that, right? I will say, I think the lead, what was his name? The actor's name is Dwayne Jones, but the lead did a really good job, but then like some of the other actors were kind of silly, I have to say. In particular, not Johnny, but the guy who's always saying Mr. Cooper. Like he didn't feel like he really wanted to be there. He was phoning it in a little, you know. Yeah, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. That's sitting at 3 followers. Let's go. I'm on top of the world. I'm gonna celebrate after this. I'm taking the rest of the day off, and I don't know. What is it normal people do? Going to a bar with all the homies that I totally have. I've got so many. Popping open a bottle of champagne. 3 followers. 3 followers. Yeah. I'm glad to see my alerts work as well. I was worried they wouldn't. I think the alerts weren't working when the bot followed me. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, I do think I'm going to call the stream here. Thank you, Veriprime Studio and King of 48 for watching. And hey, you know. Sorry, I stole your spotlight at Veriprime Studio. Nah, you're all equal fans here. You're all. Yeah, it's I can't speak. The chat as a whole is in the spotlight. You all deserve an equal spot in the sun. You're all equally deserving my attention. The great thing about streaming to very few people is that you can respond really well to chat. That is one thing that I definitely like about small streams. Although, in all honesty, this is kind of the first time I've really had an active chat room at all. But it feels nice. It feels nice for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you everyone for watching, and you know, hope to see you guys again. You know, feel stick around, watch another stream sometime, or don't, whatever you like. And yeah, I'll see everyone in the future. Thank you so much. Where's my? Wait, I have a screen. Here it is. All right, see ya, everyone.